Hi, my friends, Sandra from foryourchi.com, and we're here with your weekly tarot and oracle card reading for May 24th through May 30th of 2021. Welcome to this week. This week is an intense in astrological aspects. We have a lunar eclipse. I believe that's in Gemini on the 26th of this week. In addition to that, we have the Mercury retrograde. I already felt it coming on last week when people were not reading what I was typing. So we have about 4 more weeks of that energy, and then of course this intense eclipse that kicks off this week, eclipse season that we are going to be experiencing all summer. But I have a feeling that most of you will start seeing a preview of the subject matter and how will it affect you this week. If it's not a big chain of events that happens to you, you will start to see some events occurring. And, you know, when this happens, I always say a prayer that whatever is being taken from me at this time, let it be in the highest and best interest and good of everyone involved, myself and everyone else. Because a lot of times what happens is the universe, God, creator, whatever you like to call it, you know, I'm not stuck on labels. It doesn't matter to me. It has a way of cleansing us from toxic environments, toxic people, toxic situations, toxic jobs, toxic relationships that no longer serve us. And this is no exception. We are in the thick of it now. Okay. Now, before I started this video, something told me to say this to you guys, and I've said this before, although I haven't said it recently. I have a friend, a longtime friend, who's a tarot reader herself, and card reading is through her ancestry. Her mom and dad and generations before her were readers. She used to say that during an eclipse, as in like the day before, the day of, the day after, you should not argue with people, and you really shouldn't argue with people that you are in primary relationships with, your partner or your business partner. Well, to be honest with you, sometimes the argument is necessary because at some point enough is enough, right? And it just so happens that certain things come to a boil or come to a head during eclipse days for a reason. What's interesting here about these cards is, and this layout, we don't see an eclipse until midweek, but Monday and Tuesday we're being told to avoid an argument. Now, this does not mean that the other person who has their panties in a wad gets their way. This simply means that you are avoiding them, or you are avoiding the subject matter at this time because they're not thinking logically. This subject matter will come to a head later, and that message is here. I did pull from the Goddess deck. I wanted to cut with the chase here. Now we have Ma Wu, which talks about environmentalism. I really feel like this has to do with cleansing your space. Your personal space. You can use a smudge stick. You can clear it out energetically. If you don't know how to do that, reach out to me and I will get to that. That reminds me, I did not look for my winner. I will look at my YouTube channel. I will post the winner in an update. That's not via video, but that's via, you know how you get those YouTube updates where I type them in. So I will type this week's winner into the channel. Okay, midweek, love begins. Okay, this is the Ace of Cups card, but it's paired with Ishtar here, which says boundaries. Okay, so you're setting some boundaries this eclipse midweek. And this card says, love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So in other words, if someone has been sucking you dry for weeks and months, possibly even years, it comes to a head at the first of the week, Monday, Tuesday, you put your foot down, you're not having any enough, you've had enough of the situation, and you're saying that you're done with that, not necessarily done with the person. Could be for some of you, but not for all of you, and certainly not for the majority of you. This is more of like saying no to the leeches who are sucking you from your time, energy, and your space. You guys know what I mean. Okay, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday now, this is beautiful. Fertility. I can't rule out, for those of you who are of childbearing years, could conceive a child. You could find out that you are pregnant with a child, but for the majority of you, fertility just means that you are planting the seed for what you want to reap the harvest of later. You know, we do have this full moon this week, so you could be laying down that which no longer serves you, which I love. If you guys do any ceremonies, I would highly suggest doing a ceremony to get rid of the crap that you have been holding on to. And the goddess card we have is Sulis, bodies of water. You may want to spend time this weekend near a body of water to recharge yourself, such as a lake, river, or ocean, and recharging your batteries. Okay, so overall, not a terrible eclipse energy. We've certainly seen worse this week. I'm being reminded to tell you all to go over the details. If you have anything important that you need to relay, a message to someone who needs, maybe someone that you need help from to do something for you, make sure that you are asking them to repeat the instructions to you because of this Mercury retrograde. You know, double check it. Double check the details with a text message after you hang up the phone. It's going to be very important to do that. Otherwise, there's going to be frustrations because people are not hearing the words that are coming out of your mouth, unfortunately. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and look for my update for this week's winner that I pick. Many blessings.